turn this up? I don't know. This looks like a really dark tea. Oh, I was gonna go into here. Paste. Did it do it? Yeah, send. I can't do lights. I don't. If it bothers you, I'm sorry. I cannot do lights. Oh, it's gonna Bluetooth me. Let me disconnect from my Bluetooth.
Bluetooth disconnection.
Bluetooth disconnected. I'm gonna go back over here. Oh look, that's just my girl. She live. I barely have the ring. It's on. The ring light's on one click. I cannot do lights. Let me go shut the air off. It might take a minute, but I'm gonna go shut the air off. Okay. Woosa. Woosa. Oh, I left my thing on. 844. Guess who that is? I'm just saying, divine feminine. It takes a second, but the air will kick off, and because the fan's like right up here. I think that's kind of annoying what I want in here, and the air's on, so I've been clicking it off. But then I forget to turn it back on, and then I get cold, and I don't know why I'm cold. Okay, I do need, so I did grab this. I'm doing readings today, live readings, if you want to get on the list. Yeah, see? Quiet. Now we're going to get creeped out by spirit. We're going to get creeped out by spirit. Okay. I don't know what I did with that. Okay. Woosa. Woosa. Good morning. Okay, so I have a couple different readings that I can do. Here we go. Red chakra, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white. Okay. So, I put up a couple. I've got the spring equinox readings. That one's going to be longer and more in depth than a general reading. The spring equinox reading, I have 3 specific questions that I'm asking your spirit team. What do you need to release? What do you need to nurture? And what challenges are coming over the next year? And then a general reading is just whatever, like I'll only pull a couple cards from a deck and see what in general they're wanting you to know right now. So that one's only for 15. I can scan your chakras and tell you if I feel anything, any blockages or anything in the chakras, but that one doesn't include energy work, so that's for 15. And then I could do an energy work with a general reading for 35. I did put it all in the description too if you missed something and you want to check those out. The birds here are going crazy. I think it's interesting. I don't know if like a state is under like a severe weather warning or like there's like a tornado or a hurricane or a flood happening somewhere, but it kind of seems like the birds always warn me right before something happens, and they're giving me that vibe this morning. So just random thought of my day. I've got tea, I've got water. I think I even grabbed another protein shake if I needed it. I don't know, the energy is weird today. Let's get back on Bluetooth. I wonder if on Bluetooth, no, can I go into this and if this will get, good morning, if this will get me fine. I can still hear buses and stuff. How is everybody else's week going? I don't even dare ask. Yesterday was so frustrating. I think I'm PMSing on top of everything else. So that's great. Good morning, good morning. If I go into my Bluetooth, I'm like the worst at technology, you guys.
Bluetooth connection.
Ooh. Now I want to go back into what I was just in. No, that wasn't it. Did I just get rid of what I was doing? I did. Don't you love that? Danielle's so funny. She's connected to my account now so that she can help with some messages and like scheduling posting if we have like a group thing coming up. And she was like, we need to change the Instagram, your address on your Instagram's wrong. And I was trying to find like where I even changed that, and I don't even know where you even see it, and I couldn't find it. So I'm glad she's coming over today for the sound bath, because girl, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Let's see if we get... I do not own the rights to the music. We'll see if we get in trouble. If I get out of it, it gets out of it. But then I can go back with this. So let me know if you pay. But, spring equinox readings I'm doing for 25. What do you need to release? What do you need to nurture? And what challenges are coming up this year that you need to pay attention to? The energy is so chaotic. And then you've got the full moon. And I feel like this, I don't know. I'm diving deeper and deeper into my spirituality more and more each year. So it'll be interesting to see if next year during the last full moon of the winter, if it brings up a lot of anger for me like this one has. Like, I don't know. And then I usually cycle with the full moon, but last month I cycled with the new moon, and like my schedule, like I kept waiting to start during the full moon, but I didn't. And then all of a sudden I started on the new moon, and now I'm gonna be back to the full moon, or am I just gonna have PMS symptoms until the new moon? I don't know, you guys. I'm going crazy. And my kids are not happy. Ooh, I should scratch this side too. My kids are not happy. They are, well, they're happy kids. They're alive. They're well. But they're grouchy. Like, both of them all week are like, do we have to go today? School? No. School? No. Connor keeps saying, school? No. I'm like, you do have to go today. You do. I need you to go today. I had my nails yesterday, which turned out so stinking cute. I'm not turning the light on, but they are gorgeous. My fingers are weird. I think that, I think we're supposed to cycle with the full moon, honestly. Or the new moon. Like, it's supposed to be on a schedule. Like that. That's the only reason I can pay attention to my cycles anymore. The only reason. Is because I'm like, oh, the full moon's coming up. That means I must be close. I must be crazy. I'm turning into a werewolf. That Troy's like, he's just trying to be, I don't know. He's either annoying me, or he's trying to be sweet so he doesn't annoy me. And then that annoys me. Just not in a place. Yeah. Just a lot of people, and I don't know. Like, I was thinking about this yesterday while I was going to Walmart. Like, getting into Walmart, I was like, am I in the Twilight Zone? What is going on? Because I just, like, the light was red. Like, I still cannot explain what I saw. The light was red. I'm in the turning lane to go into Walmart. And people in my turning lane are going on a red light, while the other light is going with their green light. And I was so confused, because I'm like, the light is red. We stop at red. And Cutler was in the car with me, because I took him with me, because we were getting snacks for his class, because his class was out of snacks. And, like, I don't understand it. And then when I was leaving Walmart, my light was green, and people were turning into my lane that their light was red. I don't know. I think maybe I'm split between timelines, or maybe people are just, this cycle is making everybody lose their minds. Like, they're like, are you not seeing reality? What is going on? Good morning, Rochelle. Good morning. Do I need to share myself out? Yuck. If you know people, we were talking about this, me and Jen were talking about this. Don't forget to share out their lives. When you hop on, just click share, and it just shares to your page, and it helps our algorithm, because then it shows that people are watching your stuff. The thing is, like, I don't like sharing. I don't like sharing myself, so you guys share me. Ew, like, I don't want to share myself. Or, like, instantly cringe. It's cringe to me. Nope. No. I'll go into my personal. I don't mind sharing to, like, my VIP page or the Coven page, but I cannot share myself to my local pages. Like, it's like I'm baking. Come on in here. But I don't know. The people who need readings and healing sessions and sound baths and all that stuff from me, like, I feel like they find me. Thank you, Miss Pam. I feel like they find me. We've got Jen. Chris. Creepy. Don't be creepy. I don't like when stuff is creepy. Danielle's probably already in here. Sam. Let's just tag some friends. Tag some friends. Do you want a reading? Do you want to build a snowman? Do I tag Troy, my husband? Then he'll know I'm live if he's talking to me. I'm really excited about him building that thing. I don't know if I tagged Susie Q. Susan. Alyssa. Definitely don't tag that person. Oh, man. We do still have some subscription boxes available if you guys want to get on that list. Should I tag you, Rochelle, since I know you're in here? Should I tag you? Jessica's in here too. Laura Lee's in here too. Should I tag myself? Be burst. That's it. I'm done. I can't do no more. A gag. I don't like it. Okay. We could go back into this iMovie, put on this calming music. I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but I feel like I need it. Should I do a general reading on myself or the collective? Let me know if you pay. Otherwise, I'll just sit on here and chill for a little bit and see if anybody wants to come on and pay. A general reading for the collective. Why do we all feel like crap today? Pay attention to the way your cards land too. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but it landed like this. And then this other one, no worries, girl, no worries. This other one landed over here. And I don't know if you guys pull your own cards or whatnot, or you're ever interested. But pay attention to the way they landed. Like this landed like this, and then this is over here. So, for me, I feel like because this landed on top of this, it's directly related. And it says, clean up. Clean it up. So, like, that's clean up what you're doing physically to your body, emotionally, and spiritually. What is holding you back? And then this card under here, it's got an owl and a moon. The cards are way prettier than what it's showing, but I'm not turning on lights. My head And I think that this relates to our intuition. Well, I know this relates to our intuition. So, like this, clean it up, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, we know exactly what we need to do to clean up our act. Well, what have you been avoiding? Letting go of. What? And the anger. I said I was going to do that. I said I was going to write the letter, but I said on Friday. I scheduled it for myself on Friday. And then Spirit's like, you better do it. You better clean it up. You know what you're supposed to be doing. This goes for all you too. And then this card was away from it. Clean it up. You know what I'm talking about. This is going to give you the energy you want back. This is going to make you feel so much better. This is going to, it's like a new motivation, new, brings in all the blessings and stuff, but you have got to do the work in cleaning up whatever it is you're supposed to clean up. Rude. Rude. That's rude. I also know I need to clean up my diet. I need to do a detox. I am a parasite. I'm craving sugar. You cannot. I tell myself every day, you will not have anything sugar. You will not. You will just have one little thing. And I can't. Every time I sit down, I'm like, what do we have that's sweet? Should I make brownies? What about a cake? Do we have cookies? Can I do cookies and milk? I need to detox my body. I'm going to give myself diabetes. Okay. What can we clean up? Clean up your act. Clean it up, clean it up. If I get nobody to do the readings, don't ever feel guilted if I'm just sitting on here doing this and you're like, oh man, I feel bad. Nobody's don't feel bad, because I don't feel bad. It doesn't bother me. You also need to clean up your diet. It's hard. And then the last couple days, it's I cannot get enough water, which also sounds like diabetes. Oh shoot. But I cannot. It's probably all the sugar I'm drinking, isn't it? Oh shit. I really need to clean up my act. Oh no. Okay. Starting Monday. Because we have that event on Saturday where it's the open house with all the readings. Last time we were super busy, but last time we had a lot of people interested in the event, and not a lot of people have put that they're interested in the event. So I don't know if we're going to get bombarded like we did last time, or if a lot of people are gone and cannot attend this time. So I'm not sure. They extended the time. It's from 4 to 8 instead of 4 to 6. And we read the entire time from 4 to 6. So we're hoping from 4 to 8 would allow for more spacing. Yeah. Why are we doing that? Why? No sweets. I did detox from soda. I have not had a soda all year. I have been drinking energy drinks more because I don't have the soda though. But it's not an everyday. I had a diet soda at least at lunch. Sometimes it was 10 o'clock and lunch. Every day. So I did cut that habit out. And then last month, I said February, I gave up candy because I felt like I replaced soda and candy with candy. And I did really good, but then I was like, oh, that was just for February. It's March. I can have some candy. Now I've been And peanut butter, I don't know if you guys have tried those like gourmet peanut butters with like cereals in them and marshmallows and Twix bars and oh my gosh. I ate those tubs by myself. I was supposed to give one to Troy. Don't tell him. But I ate them. I ate them all. I ate them all. I did share one with Cutler, like a couple bites. But them and graham crackers, oh no, I'm gonna become diabetic if I don't stop. It is really hard. Really hard. Maybe I should just do You can also ask me any spiritual questions while we're on. Like, this is definitely a chat. Get a reading if you want a reading. These are just, like, I'm going to do these once a month. And it's like a get to know me, ask me spiritual questions, like, get your readings, get your Reiki, whatever it is that you want to make this time, we could definitely make this time. I do want to make a pain releasing meditation at some point where like I have several meditations on YouTube, but I want to make a specific pain releasing one. If you guys saw, like I did put in the VIP group to pray for Alan, like light a candle, set intentions, help him release pain. But I feel like I need to set like a specific meditation up and do like a guided meditation for like anytime you've had like surgery and you're in significant pain, anytime you're just in a ton of physical pain from whatever it is, like your autoimmune disease, your back disorders, whatever it is. But like you can watch that video, I can help get you into the meditative state. And then like energy work does not stay on timelines or time frames. I cannot explain that. But if you watch it, you can still connect to the energy work. And if I'm pulling and pulling and pulling on the pain and setting the intention of pulling and pulling out the pain, and then like bringing down the light, bringing down the healing, pushing the light, pushing the healing. Like if I do that in a YouTube meditation, then if you were having pain or had surgery and stuff, you could go watch that. Good morning, Jen. How are you? Are you coming to our readings event on Saturday? Are you coming on Saturday? Just curious. Just curious. But I have pain releasing meditation. I still want to send out all of the invoices. I haven't done that. I still need to get on Pirate Ship and have him put that on my phone. Animal spirit question. A quail has been sitting outside my door in the morning. Oh my gosh, Jessica. I need to put that on my to-do list. There is this is random. You can't make this up. But I have a quail spirit animal meditation that I did locally, and I still have it, and I'm going to, so I also, thank you, I also need to record the quail meditation. And your spirit team is telling my spirit team that I need to make it so that you can watch it. It was, I would say it was the best guided meditation I've done so far. And why did my spirit team tell me I had to make the guided meditation with the quail? And the quail comes into your witchy cabin and he talks to you and he asks you questions and he makes you think and like he helps. It's very healing. So, I love that. Why would a quail do that? Because he's like, hey, you need to watch my meditation. I have it printed out. And I have it like sitting out too. So I also need to make that meditation. This is why I get nothing done though, because so I have a list of things I need to get done. And then stuff comes up. Like, I needed to send energy to Alan to help with healing. So I lit my candle, I did that, sent the energy that way. And then, I can't remember what else I worked on yesterday. It's so hard to remember. I needed to get Connor's room clean, so I did Connor's room. I needed to help somebody with their reading, like, and their life. Like, I get lots of questions, spiritual questions, and if I feel like your spirit team is like, oh, you've gotta do that. Like, I'm not very good at boundaries. I was supposed to work on boundaries this month, but I'm not good at boundaries. I'm just, something comes up spiritually, it gets bumped up. Something comes up spiritually, it gets bumped up. Something comes up spiritually, it gets bumped up. Like, I'd like to send out all of the invoices, but I know that I need to make the pain releasing meditation, and if I'm making that, I might as well finish up making the quail one and post those on YouTube. We've got our sound bath tonight for cacao. I need to clean out the fridge out there because there's like condensation in the fridge because it was freezing the water and then not freezing water, not freezing because it's out in the garage. So I bought new waters, big waters for the sound bathroom, and I'm gonna put them in there. No worries, girl, no worries. You're totally fine. I love spirit animals. The quail spirit animal is very much like a grandfather spirit animal. And it's just divine masculine. That's another thing I've noticed this week as I go out and about. Like, I'm running into a lot of men. And I don't notice. I've never noticed that before, but like, remember I went to breakfast and they sat me in a room full of men. Like, older men. Wiser men. That is one of the spiritual messages of this this month, though, is the fairy said, it's the old fairy, remember, you guys? Remember? Do you remember? He said, this old fairy, the oldest fairy, he says, go spend time with the older and wiser people that you know. Like, you have to spend time with them. Ask them spiritual questions. Ask them about life. Like, ask them about advice. Spend time with them. Like, I would hate to say that this could also be a sign that the older people in your life could be on a time frame of the world. Do you catch my drift? And then what if you didn't listen to the prompting of the old fairy that said spend time, talk to them about their legacy, talk to them about things you would want to know if they weren't there. Talk to the older people. Obviously, I'm not going to go sit at the table with all the old men eating breakfast and drinking coffee, but you can sit in their energy. I've just been seeing a lot of men. Very interesting. Very interesting. Sure, let's ask. Why am I running into so many men? My right knee is hurting. Is somebody's right knee hurting? It's mine or yours. Like a freaking triangle. Yeah, it is the grandfather spirit. It's such a sweet energy. Like he's got a little top hat and a little scarf and just comes right in, make me some tea, sit with me, like very, very loving. It probably is. It probably is. Like old fairy energy, definitely quail. I don't like this spiritual message. I mean, I like it, but it relates to me, which a lot of the time stuff that relates to me is going to relate to you. I am going to type something in just so that I can see what. So this is what I got. And it landed kind of in a triangle. I don't know, you guys, I'm weird. It has the thinker, it has the happy, and then it has the milk and honey card. And it landed like this. So then I just stare at the cards until I receive the spiritual message. And if you don't know, I'm working with Hecate, and she's like the goddess of neutral. She's the goddess that comes in when you need to be healed by a mother. Like, she's very sweet. And I feel like this is coming from Hecate because, like, this card's 44. That's my number. 44, 33, 333, 444s are usually my sign that it's her. But I wrote down, and I just start writing, and then the words just start coming. And I just keep writing, and it says, Hecate's bringing in the divine masculine energy to help in healing what we are refusing to see. We need to let ourselves free from guilt, from fear, in order to create our happy. Oh, shit. See, this is deep. And then I just typed in, what is a divine masculine wound? Because it's talking specifically about needing to release guilt and fear from a divine masculine wound. Oh, my heart is hurting. Good morning. It says a divine masculine wound is fear of not being good enough. Rooted in feelings of inadequacy, this wound can manifest as chronic self-doubt or perfectionism. The individual might feel they are never meeting expectations, either their own or others, leading to guilt over perceived shortcomings. kind of thought that I was a perfectionist because of my mom and the way my mom treated me. I was saying that it's a divine masculine wound. This is why you don't sit in your feelings. This moon sucks. I want to flip off the camera. Maybe I did try really hard in being a perfectionist because maybe I felt like that would earn more love from my dad. And then I also have a biological dad that wasn't in the picture at all. So then I have the wound of not feeling like I was good enough for my dad to have a relationship with me. Ouch. Stab me right here. Okay. Guilt over expressing emotions. Many men are conditioned to suppress emotions or to avoid vulnerability, fear, judgment, or weakness. This can create a deep sense of guilt when they do show their feelings or express their true selves. Guilt over expressing emotions. Yeah. This reading is for everybody. This isn't for me. It isn't just for me. I asked why I was seeing so many men. And if you resonate with that, I don't know, I'm going to the store, there's so many men. I went to eat breakfast, I was surrounded by men, I went to go get my nails done, I ran into two different men, a garbage truck man, I waved, there was a paper man, I asked if he wanted me to open the door, it just seems like when I'm going out and about, normally I run into a lot of women and children. And I've just been running into a lot of men the last couple of days, and I'm having an issue this week. And so then I pulled these cards to ask why I was running into so many men. And it said Hecate, specifically Sam, it said Hecate is bringing in the divine masculine energy to help in healing what we are refusing to see, specifically about our divine masculine wounds. We need to let ourselves free from specifically guilt, and fear. And so then I typed in, what is guilt or fear of a divine masculine wound? And the first thing was not being good enough. Yeah, you did come in at the right moment. Guilt of expressing your emotions. Oh my gosh. I almost thought this one didn't relate to me and my divine masculine. And then I saw an image of my childhood. How freaking sad, dude. So, this is so sad. Don't watch this live. Get off of here. Why am I even live? So my mom is schizophrenic, bipolar. She was unmedicated my whole childhood. I did not know she was those things. So it was very up and down. It was very emotionally abusive, nonstop. Every day. It was like I was in a torture camp or something. I'm not even kidding. It was horrendous mentally. And my dad would travel for work, and he would specifically travel more because his job was like going, and he would work on cancer radiation machines, and he would travel to all the states. He would do all the programming, updating of systems and stuff, and he would travel more. And so then she would like constantly be calling him and telling him how horrible we were, blah, 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 blah. And so then dad would come home after his work trip, and we would all sit in the living room, all three of me and my brother and my sister, and we'd sit on the couch, and we'd like have to sit there and listen to him yell at us for like hours. So not only did we get it from mom, but then dad's so pissed off that mom called him all the time, the whole time he was gone, that he's sitting there berating us for how horrible we are, until the point where I would go puke because it was just so stressful. You were just sitting there for hours being told what pieces of shit you were. And then I would eventually give myself up. I wouldn't give myself. They gave me panic attacks, and then I would have to go puke. And then it would be like, she's so dramatic. She's so dramatic. And that they would stop. After I would get a panic attack, I would go puke, then the meeting was over. I wish I had picked up on that when I was younger, because I probably just would have went to the bathroom within the first 10 minutes and like put my finger down my throat and just been like, we're done. But you don't know back then. So do I have guilt in expressing my feelings? Yeah, I probably have a really hard time expressing it, because when I did, I was meant to feel dramatic, and then it was like, oh, she's just being a baby. Shit, this mood sucks. Okay. Number 3, how many of these? Because I don't know. I don't think I could read 15 of these. This is putting me in a really dark place. Somebody come over. I guess maybe I'm meant to cry after the live. I am doing readings. If you want to pay for one, just let me know. Just let me know. Fear of failure. Deep-seated fear of failure can lead to paralyzing guilt. A man might feel that failure reflects his unworthiness, or that it will disappoint others, such as family or society. Deep-seated fear of failure. Am I worried of failing? I told myself I wasn't having guilt expressing emotions, but I clearly do. Fear of failure. I feel like my business is, like, I'm not scared for it to fail because I know it's going to be successful, because I know that people need what I'm offering, because I needed what I'm offering. I don't want to sit with spirit anymore because they're being really mean to me. I think the only thing I fear of failing is my marriage or my, like, children. Welcome to. So I'm writing these things down. If anything resonates with you, write it down, make a mental note, and purge it on Friday during the full moon. Write a whole letter about it, like those memories that come up or those things that are coming up, like write the whole thing down. Tell yourself how unfair it was and that you don't have to feel that way anymore. Be your own therapist and helping yourself release those feelings of guilt and fear. Yeah, because obviously my parents were in a horrible toxic relationship. My mom divorced my biological dad when I was like 1 or something, and then married my stepdad when I was 2, and he raised me my whole life. but they had a horrible toxic relationship too. And I don't really have role models of marriage. Failure of life in general, exactly. Like, I want to be the best mom. And every night you go to bed and you think about, like, what could I have done better? I definitely didn't spend enough time with the kids. I could have done this better. I could have done that better. Did I feed them enough? Should I have done more homework with them? Are they struggling with, like, should I have cleaned their room better? I didn't get to their bath tonight. I didn't, like, are they really happy? Thank you. That's so sweet. Just sitting in other people's energy can be super healing. So, like, I'm definitely in a weird spot energy-wise. But as a healer, just sitting here talking, I'm releasing energy. You're releasing energy because you're sitting here thinking about the things that I'm talking about. So it's still a very healing experience. We're still having an energy exchange, regardless of if you're here or not. You're still letting go of some things, which is really cool. That's why I want people to come to craft nights more, because, like, it's not really about the crafts. Like, you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to do those crafts. Like, come do one of the crafts. It's like $10. Come do it and sit in our energy. We're doing it so that we can help heal your energy. It's not for the crafts. We're tricking you with the crafts. We're trying to help you heal. Okay, I guess let's move on. Fear of being abandoned or rejected. This fear often arises from early emotional wounds where the individual may have experienced neglect or lack of emotional connection, leading to an overwhelming fear of abandonment and guilt-ridden needing to prove their worth. I have so many abandonment issues. I have so many abandonment issues. Are they really happy? Yeah. Well, and your child's got some special needs too, right? And when we do those, like, Vinland assessments or those assessments for our children, like, not to say that we have a harder time because our kids are special needs, but we have a harder time. And because we're doing assessments where they're picking our child apart, and then, like, Troy can't hardly do any of them. He barely goes to the school one where we update IEPs, and the one we went to like a month ago, he was sitting there and I could tell that he was, like, gonna cry. He was getting overwhelmed with all the things that Connor couldn't do. And I just looked at him. I was like, you cannot focus on the paperwork. The paperwork is just to get him to stay in this classroom with these amazing people. Because we're in there with you're in the meeting with the principal. You're in the meeting with the special needs teacher. You're in the meeting with the special needs occupational and speech therapist. You're in the room with a nurse if they have issues with pottying. You're in the room with the paraprofessionals. Sometimes, like, it's like a huge ordeal. It's like, boop, you sit there and you feel like, I don't know, like, it feels like you're in court. You're there and they're, like, all around you, and you're sitting in little kid chairs, so it makes you feel even worse. You're sitting there like that, and I'm like, you cannot, all these questions, you've got to let them flow in and out, because if you think about it, all you have to ask yourself is Connor happy? And he seems pretty happy. I mean, he's really annoyed at his brother, but then he wants his brother to play with him. I don't know. He seems pretty happy, so I just have to let that come in and go out. But I do have a lot of doubts. Am I providing the best life for my children? And then, because I'm a special needs mom, it's like, I have Cutler, who is, not to say normal, but normal, and he has a difficult time understanding why Connor has all this special treatment and why Connor can do it, but he can't do it. And then he feels like he's not as, you guys don't love me as much. I think they call it glass child syndrome. And it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. I think I have tissues in here. I think that I really enjoy just sitting with others' energy. Exactly. Just sitting with people and listening can be so stinking healing. You pulled them out of public school? Are they, so they're in like a charter school or something? I could never, see, that's another thing. I would love to do homeschooling. I don't have the time. Not only do I not have the time, but one of the things that the autism is, like, he needs changes. He needs to be in social settings because it triggers him, and it's so helpful for him to adapt and be around the chaos. His teacher is really amazing. It's Mr. Seacott at Chubbuck. And you're homeschooling. Good for you, girl. I cannot. I could not homeschool. Hey, girl. Hey. Tie. How you? We're just over here crying. I don't know that this is the life for you. He needs to be around people. That's the only thing. And I don't really have the time with business to do it. Yeah. So that's difficult. That sucks. Fear of being abandoned, though. I got fear of abandonment. Obviously, my growth and the discomfort. Exactly. Obviously, my stepdad did not have, like, anything to do with me growing up. And when my real dad. And when he would come in and out, but my mom would manipulate the situation and make us end up not talking and liking each other, because she would always try to make me feel like he was a bad guy. So then she would manipulate me into, like, I don't know, ruining it. Very, very joyful. So, but, like, I would always cry when my mom and my stepdad were fighting. And I would always pray that my real dad would come back and get me. And then that would never happen. So I always felt abandoned. And then my stepdad that raised me, like, he would pull abandonment things. Like, when we lived out in the country in Snake River, like, listen to this shit. Listen to how toxic this is. You guys are learning way too much about me, but whatever. Nobody wants a reading. Everybody wants to know my life story. When we lived out in the country, so we're far away from everybody. Like, we had no neighbors. We knew nobody out there. And him and mom would get into a fight, and then he would leave for weeks at a time, and then he would leave her with no money. And he would go stay with his mommy, and we would be like, and we had cows, like, we had farm animals out there. We had cows and turkeys, and so we would be outside. I would be outside with mom, and I would be pulling weeds so that I could, because my heart, as a Cancer, my heart, like, I don't want the cows to starve. So I'd be out there pulling weeds all day and, like, dumping, like, I go into the field, try to pull as many weeds, like, to feed the freaking cows. Like, we had 2 of them. And then after, like, 2 weeks time, where we're just eating hot dogs and bread, peanut butter sandwiches, like, or butter sandwiches, he would show up with a handful of groceries. Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, my savior. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Oh my excited because I'd be like, oh, she eats food. And then he'd have the hay delivered and he'd come back like, why are you doing that? And do I really know, like, because my mom was crazy, did she really have access to money and then just made us starve because she was crazy? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of abandonment issues. So, check. Let's check that box. Okay. The next one is guilt for not meeting family or societal needs. Many men experience guilt for not adhering to the rules or expectations set by their family or society. So many of us feel like we don't meet the needs of what society or our role is supposed to be, which can create feelings of inadequacy or failure when they don't meet these benchmarks. Such similar backgrounds and situations. That is crazy. That's why we love you. I definitely don't make society's need, like, I don't know, I feel like I've broke through that one. Do I still feel like I don't meet the role as a wife? Like, do I feel guilty when I'm not feeding my family and making their meals and keeping up on the housework? And I do feel guilt about that. But I don't feel guilt about what I look like in society anymore. Like, I look like a witchy healer person in a very strictly religious area. And I don't care anymore. Is the eclipse tonight or Friday? I thought it was Friday. So Friday's the full moon and the eclipse is tonight. I don't know when maybe that's why all this is coming up. Am I supposed to go outside and write all this down? All my feelings? Is this why I feel like crap today? The pressure in my head is like, have a good day, Sam. Have a good day. 944-444. Heck a day, heck a day, heck a day. And 4 people watching. Just saying. It's Thursday into Friday. Oh, that's why I feel like crap. Well, the sound bath tonight, we're drinking the cacao. Opening our heart chakras, and I hope that that's going to be super healing for me because I don't work the cacao ceremonies. I just get to partake. I just get to be a body, and it's nice. Fear of vulnerability is next. I feel like that goes with expressing your emotions. I do have a hard time being vulnerable. I would rather shut down and not talk about my emotions because it's just easier. Ooh, fear of losing control. I will because obviously I thought I was going to do this Friday, but maybe I'm being pulled to do this today. So I'll sit out there. After the cacao ceremony, I'm going to sit on my deck in my sweatpants and I'm going to write some things and I'm going to cry. I'm going to have candles lit all over. I'll put candles and water and crystals all out on my patio table. I always worry that somebody's going to steal my crystals when I leave them out, but that would be unwise to steal witchy crystal lady stuff. That's crazy. I'm excited. What are you guys doing for the eclipse? I think I put that in the thing, but nobody's said anything or I haven't gotten notifications. There's also a masculine wound if you feel guilt over wanting to put yourself first into situations because you're supposed to, as the masculine, you're supposed to put everyone else first. And I could also say that about women. I am going, so black crystals, I want to put out black crystals, protection crystals. So black, I would do tourmaline and quartz, and I really have been pulled to the halite and lepidolite. Like, those will be my top 4 out there. Tourmaline, quartz, even together, you can do a tourmaline quartz. Halite for the anger and the patience and releasing, and then lepidolite for the emotional balance for the crown chakra. That is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to put out water. And then, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but like if you put out a bowl of water and whatever it is you're wanting to manifest, like say, I want a new job. I don't, but maybe you do. I could put that on a little piece of paper, and then I could put my bowl of water out there and let it charge in the eclipse, full moon energy or whatever. And then in the morning, bright and early when you get up, you go out and you get your crystals, right? I don't actually like sun energy on my crystals. I like just moon energy. And then I'm going to drink my intention that I set with getting my new job. I'm going to get my new job. I'm going to drink that and set the intention fully. I drank my full moon water. Like, I'm excited. We getting that new job. Some spicy magic. Oh, I see. I don't know. Mama does not feel good and she want to cry. I don't know that he's like, I come in snotty and like, ooh, hey, how you doing? Want to set some intentions with me? Is Pisces water? Pisces is water, right? I got a spiritual message yesterday, and it was specifically about how, like, I'm water, right? Because I'm Cancer. Like, water and earth need to work together right now. Water and earth, water and earth. Like, I'm water, Troy's earth. So I keep, like, touching him at night because I'm like, I feel like I'm in the waves. I feel like I am, like, crashing down. And I need to, like, give me some of that earth energy. I'm, like, clinging onto his arm. Help me! Help me! Oh, that's so exciting, Rochelle. Yay! I definitely think that you guys will really enjoy energy work. Is it your first experience? Yeah, I need, as much as it says it's a water, we definitely, we need to balance it with earth. Like, my spirit guide was showing me to make like a water goddess and an earth god, and like have them holding hands and try to make like a meme where they're balancing each other. I don't know, but I haven't had time. Like that's more in the back. But you brought it up. So for guilt over self-care, we have gotten a lot better about allowing each other to do self-care. Like doing my nails, when me and Troy were going through a rough time, I almost thought about canceling my nail stuff. And he was like, absolutely not. Like, you will keep doing that. So that was nice. So those are my self-care days. And then you have to be more spontaneous in order to prioritize self-care too. It's like when somebody comes and calls you and says, hey, you want to go to dinner? That's like a self-care thing. And you're like, no, I'm already in my pajamas. Like, I don't want to go. No, you should really get your butt up and you should go and you should enjoy a self-care thing. You should get out of your comfort zone and go be something. You are going to, I'm excited for you, Rochelle. That's super exciting. Send me a song. You haven't sent me a song. Like, when I said that, it said wizard. Send me a song, wizard. You haven't sent me a song in forever, wizard. That's what I heard. Fear of intimacy. Fear of deep emotional connection can stem from past hurt or the belief that intimacy makes one vulnerable to harm. I'm going to skip that one for me. Do you feel guilty for taking up space? Self-worth. How is your self-worth? I think it was crap. I think I've healed a lot of that. And I'm liking these last questions because I feel like I've actually healed some of this. Fear of being judged or misunderstood. I still do have feelings of like self-doubt and like judgment, because what I do is very weird and it's not something I can explain to other people, and it's not organized religion. So like organized religion, you can say things that are faith-based and it's fully understood or accepted and then like let go of. But like something like this, it's very judged. But then I release that and let it go. I love you. Thank you for that. Guilt for past mistakes. With the wound, often carry unresolved guilt from past actions or decisions, especially if they feel they have hurt others or failed in significant ways. This can lead to a tendency to dwell on past failures and struggle with self-forgiveness. I've done a lot of internal work, so I feel like that's good. Ooh, I'm excited. That will be fun. Maybe I'll do my bath ritual. I think I said I was going to do my bath ritual on Friday. Okay, and that's all of them. So I need to work on releasing not being good enough. I need to release the feelings I have about not being able to express my feelings and emotions, because normal people will allow you to express your feelings and emotions. They won't make you sit there and just listen to them for hours at a time. I need to let go of fear of failing in my marriage and failing my children. I need to let go of fear of being abandoned. I need to let go of fear of being vulnerable and guilt about taking time for just me. Fear of being misunderstood. I have a high self-awareness of how I talk to say certain people, especially working in friendship. Yeah. Communication is key. This month is the throat chakra. I think that people that we have to be hyper aware of when we're speaking, it's because we trigger those people, and it's not technically our fault, it's their fault that those things are their triggers, and they need to figure out why you trigger them and why if something said a certain way it triggers them, because it all goes back to their wounds and what's causing them issues. So just know that if you're somebody that has to be hyper aware of the way that you're talking to a certain person because they're getting triggered and not you're getting triggered, that you need to maintain proper boundaries with those people. I'm struggling with self-forgiveness. That is hard. That is one of the next classes I want to work on, is forgiveness and letting go. But it's hard for me to even sit in that. I think that the way I was raised led me to be like guilt. Like I would like guilt myself over every little thing, and blame myself for every little thing. So I totally understand that. Self-forgiveness is hard. we are not meant to be perfect. You're supposed to go through lessons here. You're supposed to make mistakes in order to bring you to low vibrations so that you can come back from them, learn from them, and be on a higher vibration. Like, you don't want to keep yourself at that low. Okay. I will do one more little thing, and then I'm going to get off of here, and I'm going to go, I don't know, maybe clean up my living room. It looks like a safari. They've got stuffed animals everywhere. A collective message for the spring equinox readings. This was, if you are interested in the spring equinox readings and you want to do a private one for $25, you can message me. If you want to do a general reading for $15, you can privately, you can message me and I'll do it through Messenger. That's crazy. It's sad too, because alcohol, if you guys are into spiritual work and healing your body, alcohol is one of the worst things you can do. For some reason, it brings your vibration really, really low, and it allows, like, if there's any negative spirits around, if there's any negative energy around it, like, it's like a vacuum. It like, and then makes it really easy for them to say mean things, do mean things, be mean things, because these spirits and negative things like attach to that alcohol. There's something about that. So like if you're doing meditations, you're doing spiritual work, energy work, like you gotta cut back, at least cut back. Yeah, I didn't even bring up the physical abuse, but there's definitely physical abuse from my dad to my mom that we also grew up with. It's just reiterating what we just said. Oh my gosh. Like, why is this message so heavy? Maybe I shouldn't have come on Eclipse. Screw this. What were we thinking? No wonder I have a headache. This message is too heavy for my spirit. Okay, what do we need to release? I hate myself. I don't. Why did I go like? Divine Masculine Wounds. This is the Divine Feminine card, but it's in reverse, and because we were talking about Divine Masculine, I feel like that's what it's talking about. And then I've got No Place Like Home. We need to release our Divine Masculine wounds, especially around how our fathers were, especially how around wounds that were created from masculine people in our lives, and from the fact that we were treated unfairly, and from the fact that we're never going to get justice for those things here. Like, we're never going to feel like, aha, now you finally paid for, you paid for what you did to me. You know what I mean? Like, it would never be enough. I don't know. And then so this is what we need to release, is letting go of our past hurt from Divine Masculine wounds and the need for justice. And then it says, we also need to release ghosting, disappearing, or creating invisibility. So we need to release, what is going on here? Brianna, don't send her a friend request. May the energy that you bring to others return to you, Moon Tarot. And may it return to your family. Don't mess with people around the eclipse. I'm not in the mood. Don't message her, Brianna. I'm struggling forgiving myself. Tuesday I had a big release and forgive myself and my family. Good job, Brianna. Good job. But stop making yourself disappear. Stop making yourself invisible. Stop believing that your feelings and your being isn't enough. Yeah. Okay. Next is, what is a collective do we need to nurture? What is it? I hope your pillow's warm on both sides or something. You keep coming in here bringing that bull crap energy. It's our emotions. What a brat. I'm not even kidding. I'm not in the mood with people this week. I'm just sending it back. Please don't mess with me. You should be careful who's spiritual. Like, I'm not fake. And I'm not in the mood. We need to, it says deeper waters. Water, if you see water, water's a lot about your emotions. Step out of your comfort zone, explore new depths. It's wanting us to explore more depths on our emotional self. It's wanting us to nurture and understand our feelings and express them and really sit in them and feel our feelings. And then both of these cards are very much about intuition. By understanding our emotions and feeling our emotions, we're going to allow ourselves to really fully connect with our being and move on in our spiritual path. And then this last section is, what collectively are we going to struggle with? We already know. Divine Masculine. You beat it into our heads, my friend. Why'd that come out so aggressive? No. I'll keep the one on the table, but I'm not taking, I don't want more problems. No, thank you. Oh, this makes so much sense, you guys. Well, I guess we just needed a chit chat this morning. You needed to see that I was a real person with real problems. This one also has water. How funny. And then this one, she's like got chains on. What are we going to be challenged with? And it is releasing our burdens, releasing, and then it even has the generational, this is the generational card, generational curses, like breaking the cycles. That's what we're going to have struggles with this year, is breaking the cycles, specifically around embracing our confidence and being our true selves, and emotionally being confident to say the things that we need to say, to stand up for ourselves, to break the generational curses, to break the chains of the things that are holding us back. Be confident. Never allow anyone to try to confuse your confidence with arrogance. Confidence is a trait to admire, not feared or punished. So, wow. I might have to go put my feet in hot water. My head is throbbing. I don't know if it's hormonal or energy-wise. I'm gonna throw up. Well, did that resonate for everybody as well? Did that resonate for y'all too? Because that was crazy. Again, you can message me for private readings, spring readings, regular readings, chakra scans, whatever else I posted in here. And I can do private ones. It's just you pay and then I get to you when I get to you, when I have free time and when the energy is right. Like, I do it within the same month that you pay, as long as it isn't like the last day, because that would be rude. It's the last day of March, and then I have to try to do it that day. I would probably do it like within a week or two. But I hope that you guys have a really good day. I hope that you can think about the things that you need to release, especially around wounds that were caused by men or that are directly related to communication and emotions, because you're not the only one that has issues with communication and emotions. It's very common. Masculine, where we get our communications issues from, is usually our fathers or the men in our lives or the past relationships that we've had with men. So, I love you guys, and I hope you have a really beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow for the live that will be chaos, because that's how we go live now. Bye-bye.